And here we have the Shinseki Asian pear, just planted this fall. I've got a couple other Asian pears here. This is the Chojuro Asian pear. It's got some beans hanging off of it. Jack Spurko, he said it doesn't take much to stick a few beans at the base of your plants every year. Let them grow up. Didn't affect anything, didn't choke out any growth. A lot of new growth, you know, all this light brown, like all that's new growth. It's got beans all over it. So in the spring, like he said, just take a few in the pods here, throw them back in the ground, and you're good to go. I'm going to be doing that on all my trees next year. That was kind of like a test run there. And this one is the Hatayama Asian pear. And as you can see, I've trained this. So I've taken the weights off of these two branches for the winter. But man, have they ever like toughened up. Like right in here, you can't get them to bend back up. And this one here, I'm gonna leave on because it's just a light rock there. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting watching to see how that plays out. And again, all this mulch is all new. 6 to 8 inches of mulch in the whole area, choking out all those weeds. Beautiful fire pit, I gotta show you that. This thing's like 4 feet deep, so you can have a fire rocking in there and neighbors won't even know. You'd be lucky to get a flame shooting out the top. What's the name of these things? Having a brain fart right now, but you know these things. Trying to get them to grow. Back to the apples. So I've got a transparent apple planted right there. It's a yellow apple. Over here, I think it's like a russet style apple. Golden russet, yep. So that's just planted this fall as well. This is a Red Delicious that I chopped. Didn't think I was going to get any growth. That was one of those rabbit disasters. Shot out a new one here, as tall as I am. So that's good. That'll bode well for next year. And again, another apple tree. What's this? Gold Rush. So this is an heirloom apple. And I've got my 4 main branches leading out from the center. So that's looking good. Strawberries over here. These didn't do so well last year, but I did get a few off them. Anything's good in my books. These are all my raspberries and blackberries. I've just got the roots buried. I've got to stick them in the ground, and I will be doing that shortly. Yellow raspberries and nice big blackberries. So that'll be neat. These strawberries here did excellent, and I'm just going to let them take over whatever they want. They were so good last year. Beautiful, so that they can have free range over all this area. I don't really care. Do have the carpet there though, blocking them from migrating over this way into my garden beds. What else we got? Mulberry tree. It's all trimmed up, ready to go for next year. Medlar fruit there. Another medlar tree there. Mulched new pathways. This is a persimmon tree here. Sorrel. I should pick some of that soon, actually. It'd be nice to have a little salad. Grapes. That should do well next year. And the rabbits chopped off my growth on, I forget what that one was, but it was a cool one. Concord, I think. So there is a little node there. I should get growth next year. I'm going to protect that soon too. So I do get growth next year. And kind of, this is my my chicken run here all the way to the front. And then back into the apples there. I'm gonna have well, the trees are protected so the chickens won't get at them. But yeah, all this all the way down to my truck. And we got 4 grapes in here, and they've got the winter protection on them too. And then the greenhouse. Did a few upgrades on that. Framed these doors in and put the windows in there. So these open outward. It's a nice door. And then let me go show you the inside. Alright, so we're at the front of the greenhouse now. I installed this fan here. This is out of an old air conditioner, so I thought that was cool. My friend Miranda gave me the idea. I was like, oh, I need a greenhouse fan, blah blah blah, a couple $100. She's like, you got an old air conditioner sitting right there, so duh, thing works perfectly. Just close this. And yeah, this will all be cleaned up next year. What I want to do is dig down in here about 3 feet, except for where my grapes are in the corner there. I got one there, one over here, one there, and one over there. We'll see. I got to dig down anyways in here. I want a little bit more height, and I think the warmth from being lower in the ground will help doing winter growth in here. So it's the middle of December, and what do we got? 60 degrees in here, Fahrenheit. Beautiful. All my pots organized and ready to go for next year. The old rototiller that I'm gonna try and not use. No-till method. Been really into that. But you know, breaking new ground, getting new beds prepared, definitely. You know, this thing has its place. And honestly, this thing, one pull start, this thing's got to be 50, 60 years old. First pull starts right up. Got some Saskatoon berries and some haskap here. Those will be going in the ground in the spring. They can enjoy the luxury of the greenhouse this winter. And yeah, like I said, gonna dig this out, and by next winter I should have a really cool, you know, deep, taller ceiling. You know, maybe something different along the top than the pots, but I've got all my plumbing, you know, irrigation in here, so this can be a production greenhouse well into the winter next year. And I can always pop a wood stove in here and vent it through the wall, up and out the top. So yeah, lots of possibilities. This is the backyard update for 2015. Thanks for joining me. We'll see you in the spring next year.